Hey everyone, this is Joe. I am the digital astronomer. I want to welcome you back to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at Messier 106. Not very long ago, I took my Celestron 6 SCT out and I captured this picture right here of M106. It's a wonderful galaxy, but I really wasn't happy with this picture for a number of reasons. So I set up my Orion ED 80T and captured a wider field view, and boy, I'm glad I did. Not only do I have a better image of the galaxy, but I've captured a number of other galaxies in the same field of view. Stick around, I want to show you how I captured it and then show you the final project as we look at M106 and the numerous galaxies that are located right around it. M106 is located in the constellation Canes Venatici, which is very difficult to find because it's only made up of two stars. So the easiest way to find it is if you come over here to Ursa Major, the Big Dipper, and then you sort of just work off of these stars here. If you look at the very bottom of the handle and find the star Alkaid, come up, find the very bottom here of the Dipper, the bowl part of the Dipper here, and come off of Hecata, you can come over and find M106. It's located in an area that actually has a large number of galaxies. You'll see down here, here's the famous Whirlpool Galaxy, the Sunflower, the Croc's Eye Galaxy, the Whale Galaxy, some other smaller galaxies here, but this is the general area of the sky that you're looking towards when you're looking at M106. I'll show you a couple of quick pictures that I've taken of it here. This is the original picture that I took with my Celestron 6 SCT. And you can see this is, I'm shooting here at a little, right around 1,000 millimeters focal length, and it's okay. This is not maybe the best image that I've ever gotten. I think the core here is a little bit overblown, but you can see some of the purple here inside of the galaxy. The stars here with my C6 are not very good. I'm really kind of embarrassed by these stars. They're a little bit elongated. I did some deconvolution and things to kind of round these stars up a little bit. But I really wasn't happy with this image. Honestly, with galaxies, I tend to prefer the wider field view, and this was the view that I ended up taking. And I want to show you how I captured this a few moments ago, but I kind of like this because I get a little bit better, a little bit brighter galaxy here, M106, but I also get to see the area out around it. I get to see the companion galaxies, and actually there are a total of 7 other galaxies, at least 7 other galaxies in this one image. I'll come back in a few moments and I'll show them to you, but let's go over and take a look at how I captured these pictures. Okay, I'm going to take just a second here to show you what I've got set up for tonight. I'm here in Carte du Ciel right now, and you can see kind of how I've got this framed up. This is M106, which is my primary target, but I wanted to capture these other smaller galaxies here, NGC 4217, 4226, 4220, 4232, all of these small galaxies I wanted to frame up. So this is kind of how I've set up my framing. And if we go over to Nina, I went over and used the framing tool to kind of get that basic setup. Now, we're not quite done here with the first image. This was done, this was one of the images taken to get the focusing set up, the autofocuser. But if I went over to my sequence, you can see what I've got set up here. I'm shooting 60 300-second subs. I'm dithering on every frame. I've got my autofocus set to focus when it starts on any HFR increase over 10%. And then also, of course, it starts the guiding, slew to target. It does all of that. So all of that's been done. I'm waiting for my first image to come up, which will be here in about a minute and a half or so. The one thing I want you to kind of notice here is the guiding. My guiding is outstanding tonight. My total RMS error right now is at 0.17, which is really, really excellent for me. I'm really happy with that. Looks like I'm going to get nice round stars. I had started to do M106 with my Celestron 6-inch telescope, but I didn't really like how the picture came out. The stars were a little bit too bloated. I think I've got two problems going on there. I think I've had a little bit of sag in my imaging train, and I also think I had a little differential flexure going on with my guiding because I don't have an off-axis guider for my 6-inch. I use a guide scope for it, and it's a long story why I'm doing that. I know that's the wrong way to do it, but after looking at it and kind of playing around, I decided, well, I'm just going to go back on, put up the trusty old Orion ED and go back after this target. So tonight's the night. It's the last clear night I'm going to have probably for at least a week. It's amazing. Right now, it's about 65 degrees outside where I live. Tomorrow night, they're predicting snow, and you might be able to see it is April 19th. I cannot remember ever having snow on April 19th in the place where I live. And so I'm not looking forward to that at all. Okay, this is the first sub. Man, things look good. You can see the smaller galaxies over here. This is M106. And all of the stars look real good. We can zoom in there if we want to a little bit. And nice, round, tight stars. The galaxies looking good. These smaller galaxies look good. I'm really happy with that. So I'm going to let this run, and we'll just let it take the 60 images. We'll stack them, and then we'll see what we've got. Stick around. I want to take a look at the final pictures here, and I want to start with an image that I captured a little over a month ago. This was taken with my Celestron 6-inch Schmidt-Cassegrain telescope on an AVX mount. And as you can see here, the stars are just awful in this picture. They're elongated. I did a little bit of deconvolution, but I obviously had some problems either with my guiding or with some sag in my image train. But I show this to you so you can get a little bit more close-up view of the galaxy and kind of get a feel for its spiral arms, the shape of its spiral arms here. And you can see a little bit of the blue and purple tint that is very characteristic of this particular galaxy. To give you a little bit of perspective on it, this galaxy, its total diameter is about 135 million light years in diameter. That's in comparison, it's a little bit larger than our own Milky Way. Our Milky Way is about 105,000 light years in diameter, but that's considerably smaller than, say, the Andromeda Galaxy, which is 220,000 light years in diameter. But you can kind of get a feel for what it looks like here. I want to bring in an image that I didn't take to show you something rather interesting about this galaxy. This was a picture, a composite picture taken from data from two sources. Most of the data here was collected by the Hubble Space Telescope. The other portion was collected by Robert Gendler, who is an amateur astrophotographer. And why I wanted to show you this is look at these gorgeous pink and red streamers that are coming out from the center of the galaxy. Now, what's causing that is at the center of M106 is a supermassive black hole, 40 million times more massive than our sun. To put that into perspective, it's about 10 times larger than the black hole that sits at the center of our own Milky Way galaxy. So this galaxy is the home to a monster supermassive black hole. And what's happening as matter is being sucked into the black hole, it's spinning and it gets sped up. and some of it gets hurled out of the galaxy. And that's what you're seeing here with these red and pink purplish streamers that are coming out of the galaxy. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Thought I'd let you see that because I thought it was pretty cool. Let's go over and let's look at my wide field view. This is the image that I'm really happy with of M106. I like taking pictures of galaxies that show the wider field. And this kind of shows you what I'm going to call the neighborhood of M106. Here we can see M106, pretty bright. You can see the spiral structures pretty well. Didn't bring out the color quite as brightly and vibrantly as I was hoping for. But what it does let you see is the numerous other galaxies that are in this region. Now it's not hard to find a couple of them, but some of them are a little bit more subtle. Here's M106. This is its companion galaxy, NGC 4248. This is a small galaxy that's roughly about the same distance away from the Earth, about 24 million light years away, and it is gravitationally bound to M106. I think of this almost like some of the small, well, it's exactly like some of the small satellite galaxies that orbit around Andromeda. And so here you can see that small companion galaxy, and then up here, our attention is drawn to this very interesting galaxy right here. This is NGC 4217. This is a edge-on spiral galaxy. And what's neat about it is you can see the central dust lane that runs and cuts right through the center of this galaxy. In fact, as I was reading up on it a little bit and learning more about this, I discovered that scientists have done a considerable amount of research on this particular galaxy to study that dust lane and how it affects star formation and things like that. If you look closely right here, right below it, you can see another small galaxy. This is NGC 4226. This is a small spiral galaxy. So small, it almost looks just at first glance like a star, but if I zoom in there a little bit, you can see a little bit of the spiral structure. And so there's another galaxy. If we move on over to the other side of the picture, you can see here another prominent galaxy. This is very easy to find in this particular picture. If I zoom out, you can see it very clearly. This is NGC 4220. And this, again, is it's possible that this is a spiral galaxy. It may also be a lenticular galaxy. Honestly, I could not find out which it is in my research. So if anybody knows, please put it in the comments. But again, this is a very distant galaxy, about 42 million light years away. Now, you'll see over here, there's actually a small galaxy right on the edge of this picture. It's almost hiding over here at the very corner. This is a small galaxy, NGC 4218. In fact, I found a picture of this. This was on a website taken by someone else, but here is a picture of NGC 4218, very distant galaxy, and it's rated, by the way, as a spiral galaxy. So I guess on some of the pictures you can see maybe these are spiral arms. That showed up very faintly, very small over here on my picture. Now, if I go out and I zoom out a little bit, you'll see there are actually two small galaxies right here. Let me go ahead and zoom in on them a little bit. Two small galaxies right here. This is NGC 4232 and NGC 4231. These are 328 million light years away from Earth. So what you're doing when you're looking at this picture is you're looking progressively further and further back in time. This is a galaxy that's 24 million light years away. Up here we have a galaxy that is around 60 million light years away. And then when we get out here, 328 million light years. And so again, I love these wide field pictures like this, and I'm sure there's probably more in there that I haven't noticed or I haven't found. And it's a lot of fun just looking at these pictures and seeing what all you can capture as we look out of the Milky Way. Well, that's my picture of the M106. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel and sharing this video with your friends to help me build my channel and so that you'll get notifications whenever I post up new images. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed it.